guys! Today is day 2 of Stone Girl, Bone Girl. We're going to start off with our poem. Can you read this tongue twister as fast as I can? She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. So if she sells seashells on the seashore, I'm sure that the shells are seashore shells. You should pause and see if you can read the poem too. Remember, this was written about a real paleontologist named Mary Anning. She discovered and collected fossils that she called curiosities. Some of her curiosities might have looked like this. We will start collecting our own curiosities. Our Curiosity Museum will feature interesting fossils. What do you notice about this photograph? How can you describe the color, shape, and size? You might have said that the shape looks like a head, and it's brown, and it's kind of small. This is the actual size. This is the jaw and skull of a pocket mouse that lived 23 million years ago. It is very similar to the type of pocket mouse living today. Paleontologists can look at the skull and tell that the mouse's ears used to be very big. How long ago is 23 million years? Well, that would be about right here. Scientists believe humans have only been around for about 5 to 7 million years, and the last dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago. So that means the fossil was formed 43 million years after dinosaurs were gone, and about 17 million years before humans existed. So it's a pretty old fossil. It's really, really old. This is a picture of a pocket mouse today. Its small size is the reason for its name. That's why the skull is so tiny. Now it's time for our read aloud. Our goal is to answer questions about important events from the book Stone Girl, Bone Girl. When Mary Anning was a baby, she was struck by lightning. It split a huge elm tree and threw Mary right out of her nurse's arms. Her father was in his carpenter shop when he heard the terrible news. He dropped his hammer and ran through the stormy streets of Lyme Regis. Gently he lifted the limp body of his little daughter, and his tears flowed like rain. But then an extraordinary thing happened. Mary Anning slowly opened her eyes. She reached out a tiny hand and touched the amazed face of her father, and the little girl began to smile. It was then her father realized Mary Anning was no ordinary girl. What does ordinary mean? Well, ordinary is something that's usual or normal. Extraordinary. Ooh, I see the word extra right here. Extraordinary is something that's special or not ordinary. So it would be ordinary for me to come to work in a shirt and pants. I would look extraordinary if I came to work in a tutu and butterfly wings. That would be really special. Definitely not normal. Why does Mary Anning's father think she is no ordinary girl? Think about what happened to Mary. Look at this picture down here. What do you see? You should have said that she survived a lightning strike. Most people don't, but Mary had to be no ordinary girl, especially for surviving it as a baby. The years rolled by like waves. Mary grew into a clever girl. A mind as quick as lightning, her mother teased. Mary had few friends, except her father, whom she adored. Like everyone else in the town, she called him Pepper because of his speckled beard. What does Mary have very, very few of? That's right, she only has a few friends. A few is not many. A few is only about 3 or 4. So Mary's probably a little bit lonely. She doesn't have a lot of friends. How does Mary feel about her father? Oh, she adores him. When you adore something, that means that you love them. You absolutely love them. What is something that you adore? What challenge or difficulty does Mary have so far? What hard thing is she dealing with? So think about what it just said Mary did not have a lot of. Ooh, we read yesterday, it talked a little bit about the kids making fun of her. You should have said that Mary has few friends. It's challenging. She doesn't really have anyone to talk to. One Saturday, Pepper closed his workshop early. He took Mary down to the cliffs by the crashing sea. She held tightly to his hand because she knew how dangerous it could be. The clay cliffs at Lyme Regis are soft as melting chocolate. Mary had sometimes seen huge slabs of land slipping and tumbling to the beach below. Pepper had stories of whole fields on the cliff tops which had disappeared beneath the feet of grazing cattle. He knew a place, he said, where half a farmhouse sat balanced on the cliff edge. He and his quarryman friend had peered over and seen the remains of the kitchen and even the garden gate, smashed to splinters on the rocks below. Remember that Mary Anning and Pepper live on the cliffs of Lyme Regis, England. They're very, very tall and they slide down easily. What does it say was slipping and tumbling? Pieces of land, rock, part of the cliff. That's what's slipping and tumbling. The author says that the clay cliffs were soft as melting chocolate. Well, we know that melting chocolate, it's super gooey, it's not solid, and it can be very, very messy. Well, why would the author want to compare the cliffs to melted chocolate? Well, if I know that melted chocolate is super soft and messy, I bet he wanted us to know that the cliffs were soft and messy too, that they could slip away really easily and be super dangerous. Look at what happened to the house right here. It slipped right off the cliff. Goodbye, cows. Goodbye, pot. Goodbye, table. Goodbye, little man. It is very, very dangerous up there on the cliffs. They had to be careful. Your independent work today is going to be an exit ticket, which we'll do right now, an iStation review. Let's review some of the strategies to answer multiple choice questions. I can cover the answer choices and try to think of the answer myself. I should definitely read the answers and think about what happened in the text. You can cross out choices you know are incorrect, use details to choose the best answer, and make sure you circle the whole answer. At the beginning of the story, what happens to Mary? Does Mary fall off a cliff? Does she get a shell necklace? Or does she get hit by lightning? Think about what happens to her when she is a baby. Mary gets hit by lightning. Remember it said she was no ordinary girl because she actually survived. For your iStation review today, you will be playing the same Kahoot that we did yesterday, except you were trying to play against yourself. Can you get all the answers right? Are you going to be ready for iStation on Wednesday? I can't wait to see your fantastic work, second graders.